You are watching Revelations. We are the biggest spiritual platform. We talk everything spirituality. Ade efe nipa hu bia hu muni afo ani hu. Eno ne ye ka no ewo ahanum sei. Wo betimi ebisa say platform ne ye dan. We are enlightening people, the awakening no ekoso ewa ha. We want every soul or every spirit or every being to gain his or her consciousness. My name is Maame Grace. I am Revelations, and we are the biggest spiritual platform. Once again, it's another episode. One of our own is here on the set with me. Dr. Mohammed, welcome to Revelations.
Thank you very much.
Greet our viewers and tell us who Dr. Mohammed is.
I am Dr. Mohammed. I am hermetic master, also a mystical one. I awake people from grace to grace, elevate them to the higher consciousness.
Okay, so that is Dr. Mohammed for you. Or say, oh yeah, a mystical one. Nature say, when you say you are a mystical one, what do you mean?
I am so mystic into the realm of spirituality.
Break it down. We'll be over here in Montias. We all caught now.
Even the word occult, people are misquoting the word occult. Occult simply means hidden secret, things that is hidden.
So when you say mystic, mystical, what do you mean?
Mystic simply means we, the hermetic masters, we practice spirituality to the higher consciousness. We awake ourselves beyond the five senses and three dimensions.
Who are the hermetic masters?
Hermetic masters are those who understand God as everything, not an individual God, or not a supernatural force, supernatural being sitting somewhere, but rather that force lives in you, in me, in him, in everyone.
The signs of the soul and the stars. That is his topic. Once again, I welcome you, my beautiful viewers. If I subscribe, now press the bell, so call someone to watch. Let's grow together. Yenyani together. Once again, I welcome you, Dr. Mohammed.
Thank you very much.
So, what is the soul? What is the sign? And what is the stars?
Okay. First and foremost, what I want the viewers to understand, when we want to explain what God is, language is limited to explain God, because language is finite. If you want to explain what God is, or you want to talk about God, you need something more infinite. I mean, something more unlimited. And God is infinite. So normally we use mathematicals. I mean, mass and vibrations of the stars and cosmic flow, cosmic energies, and the universe as a whole to explain what God is. So the science of the soul is the studying of the soul, how to know what exactly the soul is and what the soul simply means. You know, in modern world, people misunderstood the word soul and the word spirit. I want to explain this in a short bit for people to understand. The entire universe, everything that you see in this universe is the body of God. Everything that we perceive, everything that we see in this universe is the body of God. And the energies that makes those things to activate, or those things to come into life, is what we call God. So as I am, this is my body. What makes this body to function is what we call the soul or the spirit. So if we are going to say this body is different from the spirit or from the soul within, we are misunderstanding what God is. We are parts and particles of God. Everything that you see into existence is part and particles of God. From the higher consciousness, from the age of what golden age, and this spirit begins to do what? To fall into the lower consciousness. So the spirit of oneness, which is the dot, the infinite spirit, I mean the infinite existence, has fallen gradually to the lower being. So as below, so above. So this particular body of mine is the parts and particles of God, and the spirit is the higher conscious of God. So the body of God is what we call soul. and the spirit is God itself. So the higher consciousness of God is what we call spirit, and the lower consciousness of God is what we call what? Soul. So you cannot distinguish these two things. They are together. They are duality. Without duality, you will not have polar sign. Impossible. This light that we perceive, this light that we see, without duality, there wouldn't be polar sign. So if you are saying there is a difference between duality, you are misunderstanding what spirit or what spirituality is. Combination of duality gives life. In the positive, in every positive, there is negative. I hope you know that. And in every positive, negative, there is positive. These things goes together. So because we do have this leaning understanding about existence of God, we always distinguish ourselves to our real identity. So we don't know that we are God within. The Christ within us is what is very important for us to awaken. Jesus was not able to perform one single miracle, not until his Christ within was awakened. So he was able to awake the Christ within, and the physical existence of Jesus was what transformed into divinity. So knowing of these signs will help you to know that you are not the body and the mind, but rather you are God within. You knowing you are God within, the physical existence, which is the matter, transform into his real state of consciousness.
Okay, before we continue this conversation, let me know this or understand this thing. Where do you belong? Are you a Muslim? Are you a Christian? Do you belong to any religious body?
I am very religious, but not a partisan religious.
Okay.
Yes.
So where do you belong?
I just explained, I am religious, but not a partisan.
You are religious. So you don't belong anywhere. You worship, or you have a relationship with
I don't
God.
have a deity to worship. I don't have a deity. You see,
I understand. I just want to know you don't belong anywhere.
I belong to everywhere. I belong, that's why I said, I am not a partisan religious.
Exactly. So
Yes.
you don't belong anywhere.
I belong to everywhere.
You were a Christian. You were
I am
Muslim.
Christian, I am Muslim, I am Hindu, I am Hare Krishna, I am everybody. Everything.
Do you worship with them?
You know, there is a difference between worship.
I want to understand a very simple thing.
Yes, if you said I worship with them, I worship what I believe or what I know. It is the true God.
So you don't belong to any of this religious body?
I belong to everybody. If you need me to explain, I will.
Explain.
Fine. You see, religion, what's the meaning of religion? Religion itself is a process towards self, process towards the higher consciousness. I mean, process to meet your creator or whatever. So you understanding that religion is re-origin, practicing towards your higher consciousness. As soon as you have this understanding, you are a religious. But in everything, the quality of something, when it begins at fresh, its quality is the same. But the more it grows, then the authenticity begins to change. So Christianity, as in the doctrines and the teachings that Jesus brought, it's not what people are practicing today. Because definitely, when something grows, some misunderstanding and misconceptions will definitely involve in it. So we dig and delve into details of what religion is. And that is what we are doing.
I want to understand a very simple thing. Why? Because I want to know where to drive my questions.
Good.
That's why I ask. Like you said, as we grow, religion or religious bodies, that's not what they are practicing.
Sure.
There are people who come here and they will tell you, we were here, once this, once that, once here. So if you say you belong everywhere.
Everywhere.
That is what I want you to clarify it. If you say you belong everywhere, you belong to Presby, you belong to Pentecost, there are people who will tell you, I am spiritual, I'm not religious. Those people worship God direct. That is one. So when you say you belong everywhere, everybody watching us would want to understand why you say that. That's why I ask you, if I belong to Pentecost or I'm a Christian, it means I worship Jesus. You understand what I'm saying? If I say I'm a Muslim, I worship Mohammed through to God. I pass Mohammed through to God. So if you say you belong everywhere, make me understand.
I will make you understand.
Thank you.
You see, first and foremost, I want you to understand this. We have religion. We have spirituality. We have spiritism. And in spirituality, we have ceremonial spirituality. Ceremonial spirituality goes with service, praises, and worship. Okay. So if you are serving a deity, you are worshiping a deity, you are praising a deity, you are a ceremonial spirituality, and or a ceremonial spirituality. It means you don't know what even you are driving towards. Okay. When I say I belong to everywhere or I belong to everybody, okay, you are worshiping God, isn't it so? You are a Christian, you are worshiping God, thinking you are worshiping God through Christ. The ultimate goal is to do what? To have salvation, isn't it so? If you are a Muslim, the ultimate goal is to do what? To have salvation. If you are a Hare Krishna, the ultimate goal is to meet Brahma, to go to the abode of Brahma. That's your ultimate goal. So what I'm trying to say is that I am worshiping the God within everybody. Okay? It is not necessarily for me to do what? For me to use your doctrines. Okay? But the God that you believe in. We all believe in one God. We believe in the existence of one God. Okay? But me having the idea that my God is different from your God. I am a Muslim. My God is different from your God. He is Hare Krishna. His God is different from my God. I don't belong to that. But I know, as I am a Christian within, I believe in Christ. I am a Muslim within, I believe in Mohammed. I am Hare Krishna within, I believe in Brahma, Lakshman, Vishnu. I believe in all of them, that they are one in existence. They are one into existence.
They are one into existence.
Yes.
So where do you belong?
I belong to all.
You can't belong to all, and you know that. Christoni e believe say baby all far ko heaven no. A different from baby a Muslim ni far ko heaven. The reason we are all going to heaven or going to God. Okay, but we worship differently because you don't believe, Muslim doesn't believe what a Christian believes. And then Hare Krishnas, all these people that you mentioned, they have Hare Krishna ni on worshiping Nyankopon through Jesus. Onye. Muslim will not do that. So if an occult person come and sit here, Obeka Sonusu or Jinyamidi, on Castle belong everywhere. The first time I'm hearing somebody saying, or belonging everywhere. So I want you to construct it well for me to understand. Are you saying you worship Jesus, you worship this, you worship this? Because it is who we are worshiping through to God differentiate us. You understand?
Go ahead.
So I want to get your this thing straight.
I want you to understand. In the word of worshiping, word of belief, word of everything, it's like a tree with a stem and different roots and different branches. You understand what I'm saying? But the goal is what we need here. You can be a Christian. Listen to me. You being a Christian, you have one faith. And that faith and the belief is to attain the words, the salvation. Isn't it so? That is what I want you to understand. To attain the salvation. But you believe. Belief simply means you are not sure. Okay? So you begin with belief before it becomes to an experience. Okay? There are people, they already have the experience of what God is. There are people, Jesus had the experience of what? Of Christ within him. Jesus is different from the Christ. And what I want you to know is that we all have Christ within us. And that is what we are trying to do what? To understand. So we need to pass through a process, which is what we call religion. The process is you need to have faith, belief for something. And I am telling you that me that I'm sitting here as hermetic master, What called belief? Okay, I've exceeded that region of belief. I'm not a partisan religious person. I know, not that I believe, I know that it is one ultimate truth. And that one ultimate truth is what we call God. And that God is what everybody is fighting for, with different understanding, different doctrines and different things. And I am saying that those things, I understood those things as one thing. If you are worshiping God through Christ, I know there is no difference between Christ and Mohammed. That is my knowing. There is no difference between Christ and Mohammed. There is no difference between Christ and Vishnu. There's no difference between Christ and Moses. But you being a partisan religious person, you are distinguishing or you are differentiating Christ from Muhammad, Christ from this, Christ from that. But for me, I don't have those differences.
This is where the problem is.
This is where you are getting it wrong.
No, if you say me, I am getting it wrong, I won't understand this because you, when you were talking, you will say Jesus. Christ, no, Jesus. You made that statement.
I said there's a difference between Jesus
and the Christ. You are saying this.
Yes.
That's why I was asking where you belong, because you can't make certain statement. The statement you just made right now, that partisan now who say Moses is different from Krishna, where no Christian will believe what you are saying. The reason I wanted to know where you belong, so I am able to carry my questions from where you belong. So how can you belong everywhere? Can you practice?
Is God 2 or 1?
Is
God 2 or 1?
That is no. You know, God is not 2. God is not 1. God is not 5. To you,
Perfectly.
It's about. I'm coming. God, you know, when we sit here to discuss this issue right now with a Muslim and a Christian, even if a Muslim say that I am worshiping the same God you are worshiping on this same platform, they say no. Their God is different. That's why I want to know where you belong. So we don't discuss where you don't belong here. I don't discuss I won't discuss Christians if they are not here. I will not discuss a Muslim or Muslim with you when they are not here. The reason I want to know where you belong, so we direct the conversations through where you belong.
When I said I am a hermetic master, you should understand that all the religions are mine. I belong to all of them.
So are you fasting with the Muslims now?
Okay, what beside myself? First, I was saying, a day in Tina, Nyame or my fasting. And I said, those masters and ascending masters, young hermetic, a friend professional as ascending masters. Ascending masters, omo reincarnate. Omo incarnate. There's a difference between reincarnation and incarnation. Incarnation simply means you have come to this earth with your higher consciousness. And fasting, religion and kasano is a way of life. That is 1. 2 is a way of getting you to the higher consciousness of what? Self-awakening. And say chere nipa dia. So pese nipa onsunya de ana otiti abofra. Yewo 1 or 2 things bia I was aware then. Umfa to table so. Hey, your way, menye way. And definitely say abofra no nia wa kire no no. Say abofra no etimi ade na ase. Na say abofra no otimi master sa ade na. I'm not sure say obesa kire so onye sa ade na biom. No. You will promote him to a different level. And fasting now will be me say me ye fasting no. Fasting even Quran eka say ya ayyuhallazina amanu kutiba alaykumus siyam kama kutiba alal ladzina min qablikum la'allakum tattaquna. He said, oh you believers. He didn't call upon all the Muslims. He said, oh you believers. So in Islam no what choose ebinimu and also munye den mun fasti kama kutiba alal ladzina min qablikum. Tisa say na ye den yedi fasting ma omo no edi kan fo omo ba ansa na momo ba no yedi fasting den edi ma omo say omo ye de omo ye la'allakum tattaquna. This is where it is. This is where the point is. La'allakum tattaqun. This is the virtues of fasting. La'allakum tattaqun. Maybe you will have the fear, the faith and also the experience of God. And Yankopo Emma fasting. Purposely because you'll be awakened. Purposely because ubanya experience of God. And obia on one this experience, one this virtues. Maybe so and will it be must on him to fast?
So National Chief Imam is not fasting. No, I want to know because so National Chief Imam is not what you are not the host. Okay. I am hosting you. You can't ask me questions. Okay. So is National Chief Imam fasting right now?
He is.
So are you saying he's not gotten there yet?
I'm saying it will not be must. I can choose to fast. Today like this, I'm fasting. I can choose to fast. But it is not must on me. Fast itself has a, benefit of health benefits, plenty. That when you fast, you will definitely benefit from it. So I can choose to fast because of the benefit, health benefits from the fasting. But it is not must on me to fast.
It's not must on you to fast. This is the reason why I am saying that if you don't belong here, don't belong. Because when on your or in your submission, you are talking about reincarnation and incarnation, which is a forbidden something to discuss as a Christian. All I'm saying here is that now you are saying reincarnation, incarnation, it's forbidden to say anything about reincarnation in Christianity. Again, the fasting explanation you are giving, that is not a must. Muslims don't see it like that. It's a must for everybody to fast. This is why I am saying that it is possible, if it's possible, belong to where you want to belong and don't say you belong everywhere. Does this make sense?
Go ahead.
No, it's a question I'm asking.
Listen, I did not say the fasting is not a must. Okay. Listen, I said when you know the virtues or you benefit the virtues of the fasting will not be must on you. Listen to me carefully. So those that took the fasting must on them, they are in the way of practices. Listen to me very careful. But when you know the importance of it, when you know the virtues of it, and those virtues, you have already acquired those virtues, the fasting wouldn't be must on you.
Okay, let's leave this one so it wouldn't be an argument, but it's a promise on this platform that I will make sure I get a Muslim to come and debate this, because they take their fasting so serious.
Bring him with me.
That's what I'm saying.
Sure.
Say, I will get a Muslim for you, so you sit down. I don't like talking about people when they are not here. That's why I was trying to push you to belong to where you belong, so we can take our conversations from here. Because right now, for the little few minutes, submission now, why is a bit of messed up for me. Okay. But I don't know what the viewers will think, because you are just educating us with what you know. So now let's go straight to your topic, because you don't want to divert. Signs of the soul and
the stars.
And the stars. When you say signs of the soul and the stars, you have explained the soul thing. What about the stars? What has the soul got to do with the stars?
Okay. You see, you need a tools. You need some things. Na saadi no eno ena edi woko se ayeti ha no ayetwa program yi yehia camera yehia light yehia microphone yehia this tools bet my a projecting nya through the electromagnetic force, and I said through the radical energies no na yatimi ayeden a projecting anti opese onti nyame ase a no nyame no oye wine. You need some certain information. Now those informations no yankopon wan fan detail, and I say wan fan sumaye or the information near edi to yen others amam yen ni padasanemo, and or this information also edi go the universe, entire universe, and this otisa information asia, you know what God is. Before I go into further, so obia hunu say yankopon oye a high, and I say oye darkness.
Obe so obia hu
me bisa.
Ah, okay.
Because me bisa question e dia can be.
Okay.
Yankopon is God a light or darkness. So many times maybe say Yankopon a light, and I say Yankopon a darkness. Obia beka say Yankopon a light, because we believe that light is positive and darkness is negative. So you will not be able to understand what light is and darkness. These are only the signs of the what? Of the stars. Your idea in the signs of the stars, you are there from the signs of colors. Signs of colors, white and black, and your color. White and black are all volume. Until white, you perceive white because white are rejected the 7 rainbow colors, which is why you perceive it as white. And darkness, which is the black, has accepted all the 7 rainbow colors. I mean, all the 7 characteristics of divine. And it's not black. And these 2 colors, these two things, they are not colors, they are volumes. And Yankopon, to me, and we the hermetic, Yankopon darkness, because darkness has no beginning and it will never has an end. Light has a particles of what? Physical presence. And we need light. But the light, darkness is already here. The light will be darkness anyhow. But because of the parts and the particles of the light, I had the perceive the darkness. And Yankopon darkness. Why? Because Yankopon only da or shasi. And Yankopon so only da or bear day. But right now, we are living per the science experiences and everything. Life on the earth depends on the sun to the total degree. And so without this sun, there will not be light. Without this sun, there will not be life. So we need this sun to live. So if we need this sun to live, our light is coming from this sun. So light is limited. So signs of the stars will teach you, say, since light is limited and darkness is unlimited, so definitely darkness is God. Number 1. Number 2, signs of stars. And a bit the ascending masters. Adia umbeye biano. Remember what he has said, it's all divinity. Young fan said, Jesus, Oba in the era of what? Of Pisces. The era of Pisces, Pisces rule fish, religion, higher consciousness, spirituality. And Jesus Oba Abra bonusu, John the Baptist or baptizes Jesus. The first disciples are Jesus or meeting Peter. Peter, not a fisherman. So this is collaborating with with the constellation of Pisces that determined that yes, Jesus was truly the Messiah. And when Emma said, because false prophets arising, can say your prophets, your ascending masters, but the only idea and only enemy concerning the signs of the stars are you can be a victim. Now what the false prophet but so who enemy way so be arising or your prophets, you will see the constellation of that person. If truly he is the prophet or if truly he is the ascending master, you'll be able to know. So in spirituality, the signs of the stars help you to get more closer to your higher consciousness. And it also helps you to know who you really are.
So the stars thing that you are talking about, are you talking about the ordinance of heaven or the zodiac signs? Is it the same thing you are trying to
I'm talking about the celestial bodies of the zodiac sign.
So So put it like that, so it's easy for.
Yes, I'm talking about the celestial bodies of the zodiac sign. Yes.
You are watching Revelations. I'm here with Dr. Mohammed. I am Barry. Me assembly say siso mami amin kasao. I had my aggressive saying siswa. So I don't want to get into your group thing because I want us to focus on the topic.
Okay.
I want us to focus on the topic because where you say you belong everywhere and you are still saying these people are ascending masters, while we call them God, is a question for me, but I don't want us to divert. So I will take it like that, but that thing is hanging there for. No, I don't want us to divert. Like you said, we shouldn't divert from your question, this thing. So what has the soul, the spirit, and the stars got to do with our normal living life?
You see, in hermetic understanding, the spirit, the soul, the mind, the body is all one, but different frequencies.
Okay.
The soul is a higher frequency. And my example be, young fan say, me the bottle, a vortic bottle be, let's see, that's me the mboba. Chippings. Edi gum na se yema. Me de bibi fufuro egum a be kuma na se nkom.
Wo de bottles here. Na wo de amboba ni gum na yema. Now the bibi fufuro gum e be kuma na nkom. Depends on what you are putting in there.
Depending. Until me anua komu a den ya e be den e be ko. Me say so gum a e be den e be ko. So, one say one thing, it has already been full up. But we were able to add up many things in it. And in the existence of oneness of the divine, okay, which is the source of all consciousness, there are parts and particles of frequencies in it. And all the parts and the particles of the frequencies are all part of the what? The supernatural frequency, which is the what? The source of everything. Yang hermetic. Yen believe yen are different the system of belief. That is one. Two, and yen believe say there is a supernatural being be bakum otisoro obia ekotokoto. We don't have this understanding.
And you belong everywhere.
I'm coming. This is what Jesus taught his disciples. He said the kingdom of the Father is within you. Ask, it shall be given to you. Seek, you shall find it. Knock, it shall be open. Seek it then. Seek the kingdom of the Father within you. And it's who catch them say, the Father which is within you, or up there. And we all know per the geography, there is nothing like up there. So say it's a within 24 hours. Within 24 hours. Science have proof. I've rotate the 360 degrees of what? Of the earth. Isn't it so? And it's a who catch me say, Yankupon, yes, no. I was sorrow. You don't have any proof. You don't have any facts.
That's why you shouldn't belong there.
Listen, this is not the thing. This is not. This was not the teachings of Christ. Once a man, Bible and all the scriptures, okay, they have two explanations or two understanding: esoteric aspect and esoteric aspects. And the esoteric aspect of the scriptures were meant for us to use it to our daily lives. But the esoteric aspect of the scriptures were meant for us to use to do it for our waking our inner being to the higher consciousness. And the master bet mark asem, ascending master bet asem, asema all canon. Ube so cana understanding and their interpreters are there now. You get it wrong. And he say, oh catch them say, enter me bisa say, oh catch them say, Yankupon oh baby. Because we no understand it as a partisan religious person. So Yankupon ex baby. And yenya yes sum yamia. So sum yamia then na yami banya film. So sum yamia. You can't worship, listen to me carefully. You can't worship God. You can't worship God. You can't serve God. You can't praise God. God is God. God will always be God. You are limit being. And so who know we obi be serve, who know we obi be praise you. You can't praise her, you praise you, definitely there will be a polar side of praises. You praise you anybody. So who catch them say that means you are telling me that God has an attribute of human beings. That's what you are trying to tell me. You are limiting God. And God is unlimited. God is far from the attributes of human beings. God is far from that. Nobody has ever seen God before or hear the voice of God before. God is God. God is within you. God is within me. God is within everybody. It is up to you to spark the God within you. I am God appearing as me. You are God appearing as you. It's up to you to understand the God within you, to spark the God, and have more happy life, joyful, and everything within you.
Okay, so does everybody have this God within him?
Everybody.
Every soul.
Everything.
So those going through pains and troubles, those who are going through miserable and terrible stuff, what is bringing that upon them?
If we are going to say it is by will of God, it means life is like a movie which you have been given a script to play a role. So whatever happens to you is the will of God. So you don't have to blame anybody. And then why judgment?
No, is this?
No, I want to get somewhere. Okay. And why the pain, why the hardship, why the troubles is because you don't understand the miraculous being you are. Each and everything that comes in your way, it is meant for you to learn something from it, to master that thing. In Crawford, they say, everybody wants, shortcuts in life. Okay? Say, I want you to be, and as I say, problem be air bar. On tenacity and any problem we are air bar, no problem air bar. Na mean solve, na mean master that thing. We are here to experience ourselves, to learn ourselves, to understand ourselves. Okay? And this situation be eba. That's a wounded situation, as in that's a one situation eba times 10.
Eba times 10.
Surely.
So the God in me, the spirit in me, and my physical body being, which one is more powerful?
You see, the God in you, whatever you call it, spirit, soul, whatever, okay? And the body and the mind are all powerful. But listen to me carefully. This physical body of matter, it is so solid, so rigid to the extent the parts and the particles of it which relate to a higher consciousness is more weaker to the extent we cannot spark it. You will be more almost medium body with air telepathy. We were able to spark the particles of this body to become more vibrant to the extent they use this physical body to do telepathy. There are people without this physical body, unless they use the etheric body, which is the second body, astral body, to do astral projection. Okay, because they were not able to do what? To master this body. When you master this body, it means you have mastered this physical plane. When you master this physical plane, nothing like pain, nothing like sorrow, nothing like troubles will come on your aid, will come before you. Never.
So when you put the three things you are saying together, the physical body is stronger than all of them?
No, all are strong.
Equally?
All of them.
Equally?
Depending on how you awake them. If you master this, let me give an instance so that you understand me. Also, a bit more physical plane way. Your body we are talking about this realm, this physical realm. Okay? When we are talking about this body, we are talking about the realms of this physicality. Okay, the realms of matter. This matter is able to master the matter to the extent in terms of financial, in terms of this, whatever, is able to achieve it. Without even struggling. And it's ultimately master this physical plane. That is what master this physical body. Okay? Who master the etheric body, which is the astral body, then you become more active and more mastering in the astral world.
Matthias, Abrosumi Bisao say, my first question I was, Omo go through troubles ne sani amano, and I say Omo master.
Yes.
And you know Omo go through sani. Tina me back baby Bisao say, the Christ in us, any physical body, what have you, which one is powerful? Now see they are all powerful equally.
Yes.
Am I correct?
Yes, they all relate to each other.
Okay, so akwala ya wono. na osa na onyi ya obe master act taking care of the body no na o go through troubles and also one master until o go through troubles na
on say I be can say you be ko baby, but let me touch that place a little bit. On say nipa bia ewo tendencies. Okay, we don't believe, we know there is something called reincarnation, we know. Okay, nipa bia who tendencies, and the astral body, the astral world is the experiences of this physical body, this physical existence. Also, the astral is reflecting to this. Before nipa obebano, wabo obrabida, answer na oba. Definitely, most definitely. Wabo obrabida, answer na oba. They say ayeni ayeti hano, mi bobra. They say me no wedding komo, me wan danfo ho, me on anemo ho, me wan mi mama, me papa. And say no, definitely madam fo mu, ana omo no ame no wedding komo no. Definitely bo ma eden, omo komo krechi. So they had the opportunity to reincarnate to the different world, to the different plane. And the baby we had the opportunity to do it, to reincarnate from there to here. And abofra, why then yawune are all through pain. The tendencies doesn't change. The tendencies over there follows up. It is an energy, full energy. But it's left with the theta, the body to grow. Okay? So through the growing of the body, it is 7,777 times 7. Which maybe one day we'll talk about it. And the first 7 years, your energies are airflow. The source, which is the source of everything, will program the BBR to the extent that everything goes accordingly. And it's a body in air grow, energy na air grow body no. It goes with the person's tendencies. And it's a tendencies now okra fiti astra before you reincarnated to this physical plane. Tendencies never determine what is happening to you here. So if you are facing the tendencies, you have to be quiet and master it.
Okay. I am asking you this question because you said that this is the God in us. So the God, if I, as a person, should die and reincarnate with whatever tendencies, the God in me also died and reincarnated with that same tendencies.
You see, when we are talking about death, okay, we have learning understanding about death. Death is something different. It's only about the silver cord within you cutting from the other bodies. When the silver cord between you, this physical body, okay, is cut off with the other bodies, okay, it means you are transcending. You are transcending unconsciously from here to the other plane. Right now, science approve, we are dying gradually. Our cells within us is dying gradually. Me of last year is not the same as me that I'm sitting in front of you today. Science approve. We are dying gradually. So death is a process. When the process is due, you go, you change a different plane. So we are not dying as in we are dead and gone forever, we are no more. No.
I understand this perfectly. But what I want to understand is the God that you said dwells in me. I just want to know, if I die and I die with my God, reincarnate
you
with
die
my...
with your God.
I die with my God, reincarnate with him, with whatever shortcomings or what. I want to understand
and
that
I'm
one.
saying, the God in you is not dying. The etheric body, other bodies are not dying. This physical body is not dead. It will never die. When you die today and you've been buried today, definitely this body will transform into different thing. It's a process. It's a recycle of something. We are not you see, when you disconnect, we call death as disconnection of this plane. So when you disconnected here, when the silver cord is disconnected, okay, you don't have the ability anymore to do it, to exist in this physical plane. It means you are dead and gone. But the life within you is not dead. This is what when I'm talking about life, this body is full of life. There is quadrillions of what atoms lives in this. There are quadrillions of what cells in this. So the cells is what we call what life. So we are not dying. We are changing dimensions. We are disconnecting from here to a different plane, from that plane to a different plane. So God would never die, and it will never happen. This body is not going to die. It will just transform, recycle to a different thing. And life within it is recycling to a different thing. Right now, maybe I'm gone today. Okay, I've been buried. Within a short time, maybe a tree or a fruit will grow from my grave and people will eat. It will do what? Recycle as a new body again. So life within our body it's not dead. This is what I'm trying to tell you. We are miraculous beings. It is up to us to know who we are, to activate the inner being of us, to activate the inner selves and the higher consciousness of us, to live. We are already immortal. We are already immortal.
We are still here with Dr. Mohammed, and he is telling us about the stars, and we got to a place where there was a little confusion about reincarnation. He has a different perception about reincarnation. What's the reincarnation? Yeah, well, then rebirth, reincarnation, any incarnation. I will call you to come and educate us about it. But now catch and say you are yen san bahaye kwa another plane. E hono fa ho kakra na mame na mente ase.
Well, adi nkyerɛkyerɛ bia a differ ni pure science, not a material science. Pure science. Science nkyerɛkyerɛ na ne kwan so. Any religion and any doctrine that differs with pure science, there's a question mark to it. Okay? And we all know that nature is evolving. Life evolves. Okay? So definitely you're quite and nipa is disconnected from here. Oko. Per his tendencies and oko. So who are all free ha oko? You are reincarnating from here to a different different plane. Okay? And it's sad baby are all free hana oko. I know their friend say reincarnation. You are reincarnating from here to the other plane.
Transition.
You can take it as that transition or something. Okay? From here to the other plane. But sir, why do you say, oh, reincarnate as a bahabium? Yeno, yenim dienomono, and yeno. Okay, yeno man, I want me, Dr. Mohammed, yen hermetic for. It's not true to us. Okay. Only reincarnate and samba.
Okay, we will continue from here, but make me understand. O doctor na yeden doctor, book doctor, medical doctor. O doctor na yeden doctor. Herbal doctor. Okay, I want to get that right so I know where to go. Enti yebema na waba discuss reincarnation, because the first time on this platform I made to say we will be another plane. To omo so obi ewu akwa bahani na lawu question marks e wo ho. Enti we say rebirth, we can say touch base with this a little, but and also will still take our time. Enti we would leave this thing and then continue from here. So when you die, you say we shouldn't say that. From there, who are men cats were disconnected. Dr. Mohammed and Okamuye quote mami. Were disconnected, unguye disconnect. So Maame disconnected and brother disconnected last year. Disconnect from now going. Na enye nice. I just say watchman is security. Oh yeah, na aye nice kakranti. Oh yeah, disconnect ni a bit nice. Okay, so all our souls yeah yenim say ye wu a ye ko heaven akodi there oni ade ye yadwene mu no nti wo no to you no say soul free obi mu wa ha obi disconnect ya na soul na free mu meboa
nti
me pese me hu say yes na the question atare
nti o say obua
yes sir, like I mean is that correct? Say obi disconnect wa ha na soul no free ni mu na atwea na kwenti oni so.
Sure.
That's correct. Okay, nti obia or wahabia disconnect ya. Onim baby obeko ana onim.
Fine. And intina your conscious beings. They were able to train themselves, to train the physical body of matter, the astral body, the mental body, the angelic body, the celestial body, the spiritual body, and the higher plane body. And when we say no, so almost free her, they are already dead working. Okay? When I say dead, I don't mean off. Okay? What we know as death is that nipa, the physical ability, the attachment of this plane is off. Okay? Obia only attachment to anything in terms of this physical plane. Okay? That's what we know as dead. But senepa kono free her, disconnect free her. On baby already.
Okay.
On baby oko already on baby oko, because he knows he's full aware of his tendencies, and on baby and tendency eko.
Okay, until obi sa nipa ne de onim baby a.
Sure.
Onim ne.
Obi a why awaken on baby oko.
Owu free her or disconnect free her.
Sure.
Onim baby a.
Sure.
Oko.
Sure.
Okay, until nipa e wo wi ase nyina no, to the best of your knowledge. Percentage ben na ofo so omo adu that consciousness now omo nim say omo disconnect omo nim baby omo ko.
I can't say for anybody.
You can't say no, like say you have knowledge, you meet people. So the little knowledge you have, any nipa kakra oni omo ehia no. Wo share obetimi aka say percentage, wo share omo kasa percentage say betimi aka.
Oh, for me medmaka say 10 to 20%.
Omo nim baby a.
Sure, they have awakened.
They've awakened to omo nim baby a.
Sure.
Omo free ahanoma omo ebeko me pacho obi abra ba wabo wa ha na wa gaining the consciousness na say wa working ho anya higher vibration no obra wabo wa ha bia no okọ a me fa no say de owo ene de onim sika obenya ye the physical niama obenya ye nyina no mano attribute bi okọ a ebibi sa wo ho ma no the other plane na okọ no.
Fine, what is a good question. I want to say nipa nkasa no what personal tendencies are with the adding echo as our tendencies one of picky tendencies in the mouth. Okay, yen yo hono o sikanya o bibia o parents o siblings o kwala o husband everything one of choose ma so number 1. Number 2, so ofri ha oko adi obra obebon wo hanini ano. Okay, it's a full of energy that contributes to the next tendencies of your life. So, and it's a energy o compile wa no. The energy is too vibrant, too positive. Definitely, it will contribute positive tendencies for you. But the energy no positive, it will contribute negative tendencies for you.
So who decide where I go from here? Disconnecting from here. Me na me decide the plane, so I'm a person.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. In the mental plane, okay, what we do here has an effect in the mental plane. And mentally, your conscious mind, your subconscious mind, and your superconscious mind. And the idea here be brain, it has more effects in the subconscious mind. So, effect in our subconscious mind, we are not aware of those things. Okay? Obra obo any is a ogada. Say no ayeti hano. Kasa yeka is a full of energy. Energy are free ano. But we are not aware of those energies because we cannot perceive them with this naked eye. We are not aware of them. And the part of the energies, even we positive, even the negative, are returning into our mental plane. And returning into our mental plane, now effect. And this entity is very dangerous. Nipa, I hypnotize you because will be hypnotize you with wrong information. It has an effect in the mental plane. Mental plane grow now mass superconscious. Then it get effect in your life.
Get effect in your life. Your time no yeah so now. Mami bisa my last question. O say you dangerous so be mo be hypnotize you. Enti no Ghana ha nyina ye one bodies, religious bodies. Why mo na aka ya omsa pa?
Metmaka say Ghana in general, Ghana, 90% to 99% are hypnotized.
Why mo na cost sir?
You see,
why
the gurus among us hypnotize the little ones.
Okay. So, Dr. Mohammed,
yes,
our time is due, but you will come back to discuss with us about reincarnation, your kind of reincarnation for us to understand. So, in 1 minute, what do you see? How do you see Revelations?
I see Revelation to be a great platform, and I see a great future for them. And I know this platform will be a very big platform one day where people will share their experiences, and we the hermetic personally, we will come here to demonstrate things for people to not only verbal. When we talk, we want to demonstrate. When I'm going to talk about astral projection, I can tap you to instantly for you to project. for you to know what I'm saying, I have more experience about whatever I'm talking about. So I know definitely it will get to that peak of level, for sure.
Thank you so much for coming, Dr. Mohammed. Dr. Mohammed is one of the people who will come and teach us how to practice stuff on one kasa aka obi say ye can ye try say ye be practice bi say utie ne conversation na ubehu how important eye say ube ye awaken ube gain your consciousness and also say ube looking and now ube hwe with spiritual aspect, because eno na ede ube call the other when you disconnect ede ube call the other plane. So thank you so much for watching Revelation. Dr. Mohammed, thank you so much. We appreciate your coming. So same time next week, Dr. Mohammed will be here to talk about disconnection and astral and reincarnation. Thank you so much for watching us. God bless us all.
This program is fully sponsored by Global Eagle Revival Outreach Ministries, a not-for-profit organization. To support our broadcast to reach others like you, kindly send support to Zenith Bank, Ghana, account number 6012402066, account name Global Eagle Revival Outreach Ministries, La Trade Fair Branch, Burma Camp. Mobile money account, merchant 0544 859 007. Name Global Eagle Revival Outreach Ministry. Reference Revelations or TWMG. Time with Maame Grace.